So y'all, I got a confession to make, y'all. Now, after using the Galaxy Tab S8 Ultra for 72 hours as a first-time user, it's honestly got me starting to look at my iPad with the side eye because of this one feature, and that one feature is the What Up Squad. So I've been using the Galaxy Tab S8 Ultra consistently, y'all, for 72 hours straight. And I gotta say, there's some things that I dislike about this tablet, and then there's also some things that I like about this tablet as well that we're gonna get into here in a second. But y'all already know the drill by now. Comment down below right now how many likes is on this video at the time when you guys are watching it, and let's go ahead and run this video up, man. Let's get it. All right, y'all, so right out of the gate, let's go ahead and talk about some of the things that I dislike with this tablet, and then we're gonna move on to some of the things that I like. Now, the first thing we gotta talk about that is annoying, and that is the placement of the S Pen or the pencil being on the back of this device. Now, the reason that I don't personally like this is because, let's say when I'm not using the S Pen, right, and I have it on the back. Now, if I'm actually just handling this tablet, you know, by it being a larger screen, what's gonna happen is if I have to put my hand here on the back, I constantly end up hitting this pencil, and then sometimes it falls off. Now, I understand that I can go ahead and put it right here on the side and all of that, but the problem with that is it doesn't charge when you guys just sit it on the side or the top of the device. Now, the other thing that I have an issue when it comes to this same area with the S Pen is the fact that when I do put it on the back here, I have to put it one single way in order for it to actually be able to charge here. And now the only way to do that is you have to put the S Pen facing the tip of it, actually facing the camera in order for it to charge. Now, for me, I would prefer to be able to put this any way that I want to in order for it to actually charge, but it doesn't work that way, and then you're only stuck with having to properly fit it right here on the back. And I feel it's also like a real small area for you guys to be able to put your pen or your pencil there, but nonetheless, I'm just not a fan of this whole design right here. Now, the next issue that I have, and honestly, it might be more of a Netflix issue, but as you guys know, the screen on this tablet here gets crazy bright, which is something that I love about this tablet. But for some reason, when I'm actually using applications like Netflix, they decide within the application that the tablet screen brightness can no longer be used, and the screen brightness is controlled within the Netflix app. And I don't really like that fact that it doesn't get bright enough for me when I'm actually on it, like I'm using YouTube or something like that, or just browsing the web. Those applications that get super bright. I wish there was a way to be able to override the Netflix brightness settings to use the tablet brightness instead of the settings within Netflix. So let me go ahead and show you guys what I mean. So if I was to go into Netflix, right? So let's go ahead and open up Netflix, and then let's go into my account here, and let's go to the woman in the house, right? Because I was watching that, right? So if I go here, now on camera, I'm not gonna lie to you, on camera it's gonna look good, but I promise you guys, when you guys are actually looking at it straight on, if you go down to your settings here, and let's say I wanted to move my brightness all the way up, I'm not allowed to do that because it says that the panel is actually being controlled by a third-party application, which means in Netflix. Now, here on the side is where I have my screen brightness for me to be able to increase the brightness or decrease the brightness. I wish there was a way for me to be able to use the brightness right here within the actual tablet itself, and then I can get this much brighter, because again, on camera it looks good, but if you're viewing it just straight on, head on, it's really, really dark, man, and I just would like to be able to get more of the brightness settings on the actual tablet versus what Netflix gives us. Now, this next one, y'all, is not that real big of an issue for me since I don't really plan on using it that much, but I gotta mention it, and that is the camera quality on here. To me, it's definitely not the best, and if I'm being honest, it's trash. But again, if you guys are using a tablet to take photos, then you just kind of need to just go somewhere, because smartphone cameras today is more so the wave if you're trying to get something real quick. But I feel like on a tablet, if you guys are using a camera, it's gonna be something for like Google Duo or something like Zoom calls and stuff like that. Now, I will say for something like that, it's passable, but the quality is still not the greatest. But again, I think there should only be cameras on the front display of the tablets and really not the back of these, just because, you know, I don't see somebody holding up a tablet like this and then trying to take a photo. It just would kind of look kind of crazy. Now, another thing I don't like about this tablet is the full screen scalability within certain applications. Now, what I actually mean by this is, for example, let's say I'm in my YouTube Studio application, right? Replying to comments and all that kind of stuff like that. And I'm using this tablet in current portrait mode that you can see right here. And it is fine using it like this. But as soon as I turn this bad boy into landscape and want to actually use my keyboard that I got right here, let me go ahead and put put the keyboard up. If I want to use my keyboard like so, it doesn't scale full screen like it does on something like my iPad. Honestly, it's a couple of apps that I use that's like this, so it just would be nice if they would full scale all of the applications on this device instead of just like some of them, because Twitter, well, we're gonna get to Twitter here in a second. Now, the next thing that I dislike, y'all, is like using applications like Twitter on here. Now, scrolling on the screen, to me, y'all, has not been the most smooth experience on here. It's kind of really choppy that you can kind of see right here, and it's just way too big, and it just like ruins the entire experience. For example, if you're looking side by side of me using Twitter on the iPad versus using Twitter on my Galaxy Tab S8 Ultra, the experience on the iPad, y'all, is much more enjoyable and smooth. Basically, what I'm getting at here, y'all, is having the Tab S8 Ultra and the fact that it is a massive display. You have to understand that not all the applications are optimized for the screen size, and the formatting is completely off. But enough of the things that I dislike about this tablet, because CKid, there's got to be some things that you actually like about it, right? Of course there is, man. Y'all, there's a whole lot of stuff that I like about this tablet that really got me consider using this as my tablet experience, and literally my main tablet experience. So let's go ahead and kick off this, man, and talk about the display. And oh my God, y'all, this display hands down is by far the best tablet, period. I don't want to hear anything about Apple screens or anything like that. Now, this display here, y'all, looks so good. It legit blows my iPad Pro screen out of the water when it comes to screen quality. And staying on this screen, right? One thing that I really like about it is whenever I'm actually watching content on YouTube, whether it's 16:9 or 2:1 aspect ratio, I'm able to make it full screen without having black bars on the top as well as the bottom like you get on the iPad. And honestly, y'all, I didn't even really know this was something that I would dislike on my iPad until I actually started using it on the Tab S8 Ultra. I'm telling y'all, it looks so good and just so crispy. Now, I gotta cover the battery life, right? Now, this is definitely in the pros column for me for sure when it comes to the battery life. Now, I've legit been using this tablet literally every single day since I got it, and it easily gets me through my day. Now, when I'm actually charging this, it seems like it charges somewhat fast. Now, as you guys know, it didn't include a charging brick in the box, which I still feel some kind of way about that. So instead, I just personally just use the same charger that comes with my iPad, and I just plug that in and it works perfectly. But when it comes to the battery life, right, I'm impressed, especially with the hours that I get out of it with the size of this machine. And right now I'm at like 25% because, you know, your boy been using it. All right, y'all, so the next thing that I love, and I have a confession that I need to make after using this tablet for 72 hours as a first-time user of the Galaxy tablet, and that is the keyboard. Now, with that being said, y'all, I still like using my fingers on the tablet, but one thing I have to say about having this keyboard here, y'all, is that it makes more sense for a couple of reasons. Number one, the screen size. Having a larger screen size like this, y'all, makes it much more user-friendly and easy to be able to navigate with having a touchpad and such. Now, number two, using Samsung DeX, which we're gonna talk about that here in a little bit, so just stick around for that. To me, it just makes it much more justifiable because it literally turns this tablet right here into a legit laptop experience. Now, speaking of which, I legit edited the thumbnail for this video right here on this tablet using Samsung DeX with this keyboard, and it felt really natural and just not out of place. I don't know, y'all, it just feels right, man. So I'm going on record to say right here, the Galaxy Tab S8 Ultra having the keyboard with the cover is the wave and a must-have accessory if you get this device. Now, staying on this cover here, y'all, I have to say this cover here is so versatile, man, and I love it. Now, the first thing I like about it is the look and feel of it, right? It just looks real slim, real sleek, and all of that, man. Again, we already talked about the little pencil thing right here. I'm not a huge fan of that, but, you know, we talked about that already. Now, the first thing I like about it is the look and feel, right? It keeps it looking slim while protecting it all at the same time. Because if you guys don't know this, right, the tablet might be big in size, being 14.6 inches, but the width of it is very skinny and slim, which I love, and it helps this tablet not really feel like a huge 14.6 inch tablet. Now, the second thing I like about this case and this whole keyboard conglomerate is this kickstand right here, y'all. This kickstand is no doubt the wave, y'all. Like, I really like the fact that, like, I can just adjust this to be, you know, down like so, or if I wanted to, I can like sit it up like here. It's really sturdy, y'all, to the point where I feel extremely comfortable leaving my tablet up here like this and don't have to worry about it like falling down or anything like that. Now, the other thing I like about this kickstand is the fact that I can even use it into, like, I'm calling it tablet mode. Now, if I flip this completely over and put the keyboard on the bottom of it, I can just have it sit up here and I can have it in like a tablet mode if I wanted to use it like this. Now, the cool thing about this is if I do that, what's cool is even if I lay this flat down like this, right? lay it flat down like this, and I'm holding it like this. The keyboard underneath, y'all, the keyboard underneath is going to be disabled, which is super dope. Now, I don't know what wizardry they're using to understand that, because right here at the hinges, it is still connected nonetheless. And there's literally like just a tiny little gap that you can see right here, which is kind of crazy that it can fold flat like that and still be connected, but it just knows to disable it, which is super dope. Which I'm glad they actually thought about this use case. So good job, Samsung. I see you over there thinking outside the box. Look at you. Now, the next thing that I like about this tablet, y'all, is the multitasking capabilities that to me really makes it a multitasking beast of a machine. Let me show you guys what I mean. So for example, y'all, let's say I got something like YouTube open, right? And I'm watching this video right here, right? And then I got it full screen and all of that. Now, if I just swipe up, you guys can see right here that I have this box here, this little pip screen that I can easily move around the screen. Now, the other thing that's cool is I can just click and drag and just literally make this screen size bigger or smaller in real time without the video even skipping or missing a beat, which is just absolute fire, y'all. Now, the other thing that I like is the fact that, let's say I want to have, I don't know, let's say I want to bring up Chrome on here, right? So let me go ahead and grab my Chrome here real quick. Where my Chrome browser at? Let me go ahead and grab Chrome, and let's say I got this up, right, and I'm just looking at something here online, and then let's say, for example, I want to go ahead and throw up my notes, right? So let's go ahead and pull up notes over here. Now I can do a split screen while watching my video right here and also putting in my notes, and it's just super fire, man, and it's so crazy how seamless this is, and just makes it just a crazy usable tablet, man. And like, I can even put something right here. I can put Twitter down here at the bottom. It just makes it just, I mean, just a crazy machine for you guys to be able to multitask and just do a whole lot of stuff. And again, it doesn't miss a beat, and I can still scale this over top, lay this over there. I mean, it's just fire, y'all. What can I say? Overall, y'all, needless to say, this tablet for multitasking is the king, hands down. Now, overall, y'all, the Galaxy Tab S8 Ultra to me, y'all, is a solid tablet for anyone looking for a tablet, whether you guys are an iPhone user or not. But obviously, if you guys are an Android user, then to me, this is a no-brainer that I would highly, highly recommend that you guys look into this tablet, even with some of the things that I dislike about it that I would personally like to see Samsung improve on. But even with that, man, it's still a solid piece of hardware, and most importantly, software is legit. Now, I'm working on a video to put it head to head to something like my iPad Pro that you guys have been seeing in this video, and just do my review on that, so stay tuned because that is coming, and I have some accessories that's going to be coming in as well that I want to show you guys as well. So stay tuned for all of that. I'll see y'all in the next one. Squad.